Biggest fear for me ever is being on stage and tripping or falling. So I feel bad for that lady. It's horrible. But hey, look, if you want to talk about something shocking, let's look at this. Let's look at this right here. 6.83% for a 30-year jumbo. That's shocking. That's embarrassing. Poor thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Rates are they're not going down. What are you going to do? You're just going to have to wait. And then we just pull back and see what happens. Hey, look, if you do need to sell, houses are selling. It's not a huge tick. It's not a firestorm like it was 6 years ago. Things change, right? Things will change. The inevitability of anything ever staying the same is nil, statistically speaking. And that means change. Is this a good time to sell? Not if you're looking for top dollar, but if you do need to sell, i.e. your parents need to move into a retirement community, a memory care place where they can be watched, we have programs for that. 9 times out of 10, I convince you to wait for certain reasons to not sell, get your house ready to sell, et cetera, and there's reasons for that. We could talk a little bit more about that later. Okay, if you're interested in learning more, let me know. I'm here to talk to you about that. I want to talk to you about this homes.com. It's one of my listings, and the reason why it's important to go through and regurgitate why this is important is because this helps you with search, right? SEO being what it is, GEO and AIE, search engine optimization, that kind of stuff. It helps so that when you have stories to talk about, it brings it to this website, which is the Homes website, right? So we talk about the neighborhood. We talk about schools. I'm not allowed to talk about schools. Not allowed to tell you what schools that house goes to. Not allowed to tell you if it's a great neighborhood or bad neighborhood, but since this is not my website, it helps me tell you a little bit more about what's going on. And yes, they can talk about great schools. They can talk about all that other stuff. Talk about parks. They could talk about transit. They talk about environmental fact, all these different little facts about this area. So when you're buying into this area, you get to know a little bit more about it, right? And you get to see photos and cool things like that. Every little photo helps. That looks like one of the houses I'm selling right there. So here, it's just a nice, is it a need to have? No, absolutely not. But here's the thing. It allows you to get to see a little bit more about it as a buyer, but also when it comes to search, you get to see the different parts about it. You get to see also, and you get to see my competition as well. The whole point is it really hones down and promotes your home that's for sale and allows buyers to go in and learn more about it. Yes, they have this little lead gen thing. Typically what I get out of that are people that are interested in learning if I would do business with them, like by advertising, et cetera, or whatever. So a pain, but it is what it is. You have to flat through that. I don't see it as a lead gen. I see this as a value add to my selling your home. Okay. Let's see. Oh, this is a good one. Inflation anxiety seems dampening appetite for credit. Why is this important? Less credit. If you're walking away from spending money or needing to spend on things, you're looking at other ways of tightening your belt, right? On the whole, America's starting to tighten their belt, right? Whether you like Trump or not, whether you like the Democratic or Republican parties or not, it doesn't matter. The fact is we're going through an economic shift, and right now more and more Americans are having to tighten their belt and not waste money on certain spending habits. So just keep that in mind. What we're seeing is just a little bit of a regression right now. I don't think we're going to go into a full spin, but some people are saying that the Iran war is a reason to keep our GDP up and moving, because there's nothing else much going on outside of this promise of AI, because solar is kind of a drudge match, right? There's a lot of things that are happening. And for people that have, everybody on the west side of 87 they're not really worried about it. It's the people on the east side of 87 that are working every day, and they're hoping and praying that nothing bad happens. So against backdrop of ongoing pressure from inflation and higher everyday expenses, such as filling up their gas and food and everything, it drives pessimism on the side, right? 30% of survey respondents to job displacement may be a negative long-term impact of AI. So all sorts of different things that are happening. Just something to keep an eye out on things, right? Okay, what do you get for $1 million in Santa Clara County? This is May Ellen Avenue, and this is in Buena Vista or Burbank area, right? That's Valley Fair and Santana Road. Right there, it's a nice older home. It's a great community. I've sold many homes in this area. I used to live in this area when I was a kid. And this is a 1,600 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, over 100 years old, 106 years old. So looks like it was remodeled back in the early 2000s. I would scrape that paint and paint it. I'd definitely make that brighter paint, like a white or a gray. Get rid of those carpets. But you know what? For $1 million, this is a nice carriage house. It's not Craftsman, it's a carriage house. You can tell because this right here, this is the area where you used to walk out and load yourself into the carriage, the horse-drawn carriage. Yeah. Not a fantastic house. Well, oh my God, really? You're not allowed to do that? I'm going to have to report you. And no floor plan. What you get for $2 million in Santa Clara County is Topeka Ave, not my listing, $998,000. 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath square feet, built in 1948. It's half the age, and this is in Rose Garden. If you look at Rose Garden compared to where Burbank is right here, Rose Garden is right here. It's $1 million difference. And let's take a look inside. Somewhat updated. Let's take a look at the kitchen. Yeah, nice. Nicely redone. Not going to complain about it. Yeah, worth it. There you go. I bet this thing's worth more than $2 million. There you go. And thank you for putting a floor plan on. All right, nothing else going on here. We're still in a seller's market. However, buyers are being more picky. So just remember, don't be arrogant. This is in 2021 or 2020. The market has shifted. Rates have gone up. Inflation's up. The economy's going to wank. We don't know where we are. So that's it for now. If you're interested in learning more about what's going on this weekend, I have open house lists and all sorts of stuff on my blog. Thanks for watching. I'm Vito with Abitano. We'll see you out there.